creek. Walk 'em up and down in the summer heat. Same old boy changing like the seasons. Country kid turning to a town right heathen. Country kid turning to a town right heathen.
Hey everybody, Old Man Van here in the Old Man Van Cave, the Old Man Van Castle. And today I finally received what I mentioned I was gonna receive in the community page. It is a weight reduction system. You may have seen ads for it on Instagram or Facebook, you know, if you do a lot of running stuff, but it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. And I contacted the company Lever Movement and I purchased the Lever UP+SCALE system. It's a weight reduction system that attaches to your treadmill, takes the weight off up to 45 pounds of your weight, and allows you to train with less impact. It allows you to recover from injuries with less impact. You know me, when I do have my injuries or niggles in the middle of marathon training, I tend to go to the local YMCA and do deep water running, which is really good, but I wanted something that I could actually use here in my house. So here is the box that just came in, just delivered. The company's out of Boulder, so it's an American company, and it's also been used by professional triathletes and also professional marathon runners and road runners. So today I'm going to take it out of the box. It's the day before the WPLR Shamrock and Roll 5K race down in New Haven, Connecticut, which I will be running with my Sound Runner Racing Team teammates. It's race number 2 of the USA Track and Field Connecticut Grand Prix Series. Okay, I'm down here in the Old Man Van workout room. You see my treadmill over there, my Soul F85. Now I'm going to be unboxing the Lever UP+SCALE. Here it is right here. Okay, I think that's enough. I'll be able to kind of pry it open. Ah, there we go. Now it comes in this carrying case. There is also the Lever Go Plus Scale, which actually fits in a backpack and is a single piece unit. So we're going to pull this out. Since I don't go to a gym, I'm not going to be carrying this with me anywhere. But if I do have to in a pinch, I can put it in this carrying case and bring it. But for those who don't have a treadmill at home and will be traveling to, you know, whether it's at work, at a fitness center, or a fitness center outside of work, or, you know, travel a lot, you may want to get the Lever Go Plus. That one is a little more expensive, a couple $100 more, but it's one piece, foldable, transportable. There's actually a backpack instead of this carrying case, so it might be a better option for you. But let's get this out. So there you have it, this nice carrying case. It's a little dirty, got a little bit of the cardboard box on it. So let me get the box out of the way. There we go. And let's get this down on the floor. So here you have it. You can see my hand, so you can see about the size of this case. It's not too bad. Not too bad size-wise, and not that heavy. So that's really important. Let's open it up. You can see part of it kind of sticking out over here. I don't know why that is, but hey, we'll figure that out. Doesn't look like it's damaged at all, so that's really good. Here you have it. It's hard to see here with the lighting, but all the parts are in here, so I'm going to start taking some parts out. First, I'll take this bag out. Oh, wow. It's got the Lever Pro shorts. Those little pulleys there are for the bungee cord that supports you and is the main piece of this outside of the frame that supports your weight. And, hey, a water bottle, a Lever Movement water bottle. So I'm going to put that aside for a sec. Now we will take out, here we go. This is the bungee. This is the bungee cord right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but here's the bungee. I'll put that off to the side for a sec. Now we've got the two main parts. Let me pull those out. And this is the frame. This is one of the main frame parts. This right here is where it mounts to your treadmill. Now, if you look at my treadmill, I got very short arms past the speed and incline buttons on the arms. So the thing I'm going to have to do here is mount it towards the far back end. I did reach out to Lever Movement just to make sure it was compatible, and they said just mount it towards the back end, and I should be able to still get access to those incremental speed and incline buttons. So I'll put that to the side, and then I'll take out the other piece. Here it is. So those are the sides, right? Now I have the other pieces with the pulleys, so I believe this is either the front or the back. And opening up the other piece, here it goes. Ah, yes. Here's, I believe, the front piece. So we shall see that in a minute, but I believe this is the front piece. Okay, now I've got all the parts out, and I've got my information, and I believe my instructions on how to put this thing together. My user manual right here. I've got those two main parts there. I've got the two side parts right there. And I've got my shorts there, and my water bottle, and I've got the bungee cord. So now the key is to read these instructions and figure out how to mount this thing. So real quick before I get started putting this together, just a little bit about lever movement. One of the things that really intrigued me was that it was a company founded in 2019 by some accomplished athletes, right? And the fact that it's from Boulder. You know, Boulder is the running mecca in the United States and one of the running meccas in the world, so that's important too. So if it's made by athletes, if it's designed by athletes, that gives it a good head start, in my opinion. So now let's get into the manual here. There is a lever app, and that lever app, as we'll get into later on, that allows you to accurately track your weight. Since this unit here has the scale on it, it should tell me exactly how much of my weight I'm taking off. So I weigh about 165 pounds right now, so it'll tell me, I don't know if it's what percentage or how many pounds it's actually taking off of my weight. The user manual here, it looks pretty straightforward. We'll see as I start putting this thing together. Just a 5-step assembly and installation process, and then step number 6 is actually using it. So let's get this thing started. Now, one thing that really doesn't say in the instructions for assembly is these two sidebars here. You see the straps that go around the arms of your treadmill. It doesn't really say which direction they should go, but I'm assuming you're going to want the buckle on the outside so that the straps are not hanging on the inside of the arm. So that's how I'm going to try it here. There's not a front or a back. They look to be identical here. So you just take, you know, the crossbars, the one with the pulley, which is in the back, and the other one, and you connect them via those push pins, and that's how you set up the frame. So I'm going to give that a shot, see how that works, and you know, then we'll go from there. So there we have the front piece put on. Now I'll put the rear piece, which is right here. And again, the orientation is based on where the pins are. So that should be very easy to do. So there is the unit all set up. You can see it here. Now we're going to try to get it on that treadmill over there and see how that works. Okay, here I am putting this thing together. Now, what I'm noticing first of all is I don't have a lot of space. Don't have a lot of space right here at the arms. So I've got to kind of move this a little bit in a way that I can still get to the speed and the incline button. So I'm going to move it right there. It's actually a little bit narrower, so that allows me to set it up so I can still reach on the outside of the bars to get to those buttons, which is really important because the buttons on the treadmill, they don't go up in 0.1 increments. They go up, say, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 12 on the speed. Same thing on the incline. It goes from 1 to 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 12 to 15. So I need those increments, those incremental increases that I get from the buttons on the arms. So that's real important. But it looks like it will work. I have just enough room in the back. If I butt this up against where the buttons are, and then I center it because I want everything centered. So when I'm running centered on the belt. So I'm going to get this strapped in. And let's see how that works. So the way you strap it, I don't know if you can see it on the video, it's got a little hook here and there are holes in the strap. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to tighten that down and get it as tight as I can. And it catches right on that little tab. So I'm going to do that on both sides. And that should ensure that I have a nice, secure set. So I actually went down to the second to last hole on the strap, and that seems to be tight enough. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and that should give me a very secure fit. All right, I'm feeling this around. Yeah, it's secure enough, I think. We'll see if it moves around at all. I can kind of move it a little bit from side to side here, but it does feel very, very secure in the back. A little bit looser in the front, so let me see if I can tighten that any further. I think I had missed one. That one's a little tighter. Let's see over here. Yeah, I had to go down another one. That's a little tighter there. That needs to go one more, I think. I don't think I can go any further there. So that seems to be pretty secure. Okay, so here I am. I've got the bungee cord here. I need to get this bubble wrap off of the scale. I'll do that real quick here. Put this down. On there pretty good. I think there's some tape on there. Let me see if I can get through there. I think I'm going to have to cut that. All right, got the bubble wrap off. That's a good thing. Now, let me put that aside. Here you've got your scale. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take this, it's got a clip on the end of it, and once I get this through, kind of all the way through here, I'm going to go and clip into this scale. And as I cinch down on the right side here, I cinch that down, it's going to tell me on this scale, on my phone, how much weight I've actually taken off. So supposedly it takes off up to 45 pounds of body weight. So I'm going to be really interested to see if it actually does that, or at least the scale says it actually does that. And then I'm really interested to see how it feels. Now it's time to get these shorts on and get up on the treadmill, and I can show you how the scale works and how everything puts together, and then go for a test run. So here you got the shorts here. You've got these Velcro cuffs here. So you loosen those up as you pull those on and then tighten them up so that you have a nice secure fit. Here you have the little pulley wheels on the side of the shorts. They're on the left. They're on the right. Now, these feel pretty nice and thin. I heard the original versions were a little heavier, more neoprene feeling. These are much lighter from what I've heard, so let's get these on and see how they feel. So you see how I've got these loosened up here. I got the flaps loosened up. So now I'm going to get these on. Let me put this down for a second. So you see I've got them on here. They are, at first they're a little bit tight feeling, but I'm going to tell you, once you've got them locked in, they feel pretty good. Now, you got these Velcro straps. What we're going to do here is we're going to take this Velcro strap right here, and we're going to make sure we don't have the Velcro contacting the skin, because that'll be pretty rough. So we're just going to take it, and we're going to bring it down here. It's snug enough. You can tighten it just a little bit more. And that, again, is so it doesn't slip and slide while you are running and as you take the weight off on the lever-up system. So we're going to do it over here on the right side. Again, you don't want the actual Velcro strips right there to contact your skin, so just make sure you've got that positioned right. And there we go. So there you see it on both sides. Here are the shorts. Again, they're not the loosest shorts in the world. Material feels comfortable though. It does feel comfortable. And let's see how it feels once you get it. See how I'm pulling up here? That's how it's going to be once you get on there, and it's going to kind of lift you up. So it's going to feel snugger around the groin and around the waist once you get the tension on with the bungee cord through these pulleys. Okay, here we are at the treadmill. I've got the bungee cord here. As you can see, it's clipped in over here on this side of the upper frame. You also have what's called a cam jam right here. This is a ratcheting mechanism that you'll thread the bungee cord through and tighten it down to reduce the weight. Here you have the precision scale. We're going to set that up in a minute. So here's the bungee. You got the loose end here. It's clipped in to that clip there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this loose end right here, and we are going to thread it underneath this little pulley wheel here on the right side of my shorts. We're going to thread it through the pulley up here, the two pulleys actually. So we go through the one, then we go through the one on the left. Now I'm going to have to turn around a little bit because I'm going to grab it on the other side here. Here we go. So now I have it on my left side. I'm going to thread it through the pulley on the left side of my shorts and pull it up. So now you can see it's underneath the pulley wheel on both sides here. Now what we're going to do, before we attach it to the cam jam, we're going to turn on the scale and we're going to connect it to the phone app. So here you have the Lever app. I downloaded it. You can get it on the App Store. You can get it from Lever, whatever. But anyway, I'm going to open that up and you see it's going to open up. And right here, it's got start a new session. I'm going to click on that. It's going to go turn on your Lever Smart Scale device. So let's go up and do that. Put the phone down. We're going to go up here and I want to make sure you can see this okay. I'm going to press this button. You see this button right here? I'm going to press it once and you should see a red light flash very quickly. Bingo. You saw the red light flash. Now we're going to go back to the app. I'm going to click on continue. Now it is looking for, there it goes. So it has linked up to the phone app. And here we go. It has 0 pounds showing as taken off, so 100%. So what that means is there is no weight being taken off that scale yet. Now we're going to connect the bungee cord to the scale here, and then we're going to see what the phone reads. We're going to grab the bungee. Here you got the loose end of the bungee. We're going to take it and we're going to put it right through the hole here. And I've only got one hand, but you can see the hole. We're going to thread it through the hole. Let's get it through there. Let's get it through there. Here we go. We've got it through the hole. Now, all you have to do is grab the end, you thread it through, and you start lifting. You have to make sure the bungee cord is threaded underneath those pulley wheels on your shorts. Let's just double check that. You see there, it's exactly the way it needs to be. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull it. You can see it's already pulled 10 pounds off. Basically, all you do is you pull on it and you pull on it until it feels the way you want it to feel. And here you see, I've got 87% of my weight. I've reduced my weight by 22 pounds, 21 pounds. Fluctuates a little bit, how you move around, where you're putting the tension on. But if you're centered on the belt and centered in the frame, you should get a very accurate reading. So now I'm going to hit continue on here. You see it says connect the heart rate. I'm not going to do that. I have heart rate on my watch. I track my workout on my Garmin watch. And all I really want to use this app for is to tell me how much weight I'm taking off. So I'm going to go continue without heart rate. Now, this is a pretty cool screen, right? So you can track your workout on this app. I'm not going to do that. I don't need to do that. You could hit start. It's got a timer up here. It's got your current lap. It's got the amount of weight off. There are some other things here. You've got a music option here, some other settings. If we go into settings, you can go timer rotation, lap on weight change, different things like that. One thing that's really important to note, you cannot change your weight. You cannot take more weight off or reduce weight while you are running. So you need to stop the treadmill before you change the weight. So there you have the app. Connects pretty quickly, has basic features on there. Maybe in future videos, I'll go into a little more depth and show you how it works. But, you see it. You see that the weight is taken off. That's what's important. So there you have it. That's how you attach the bungee cord to the Lever Up system, how you attach it to your shorts. I showed you how to set up the precision scale. I showed you how to reduce weight or remove weight. And I showed you how to use the Lever Up app. So now we get into the most important part of this video, actually running with the lever up system. Okay, so I actually took off 24 pounds now that I've put this thing back on, 86% of my body weight. So that's pretty cool. So let's get started and see how this works. So I'm all set in here, scale's all set. This is nice and tight. Okay, man, you can definitely tell that it's taking the weight off. One thing I'm finding is that I usually start at about 5 miles per hour, but I'm able to start right around 6 on this without an issue because there's not as much impact, right? So this is real good. Now, a couple of things. The bungee's right here. You can move it in a little bit over on this side, give yourself a little more room for your arms. What I'm finding is that I can actually keep my arms out here. I used to have them in like this, but I can keep them out here. I'm getting used to it, so I'm not finding it's a problem. Not finding it's a problem to keep, my arms from creating an issue and contacting the bungee. It definitely takes off that impact. And I'm going to tell you, this I think I really like it. It's comfortable. I mentioned the shorts a little bit tight at first, but when you get that tension on these, it kind of lifts them up a little bit, so it doesn't feel like they're going to fall down or anything. I do have a pair of very light undershorts under here, but you could wear these, with no underwear. I just tend to do that, and it's very comfortable. I'm not feeling like it's too hot, not feeling like I'm overheating. And you can see, I got 24 pounds off. You see, it's not moving. It's nice and tight. I can still get to the buttons, the incremental incline and speed buttons on this treadmill. Just kind of makes it right towards the end. It's really, really good. If I go up to, say, 7 miles per hour, and this is a recovery day, by the way. If I go, very light foot strike. Very light foot strike. I couldn't be doing this if I had 100% of my weight on here, especially the day after a race. So there you see it. I'm going to go down a little bit. I don't want to overdo it today, but back down to 6 miles an hour. Like I said, the thing you want to do is stay in the middle of the frame. If you go back too far, starts pulling up on the front. You can tighten these down real nice and tight, but for ideal, at least what I'm finding is ideal, is you want to stay pretty much in the middle. That equalizes the weight and the stress on the frame, so it's not like pulling it back or what have you. It's not an issue with the bungees because you've got them on these nice little pulley wheels, so they move as you move. But like I said, I think staying in the middle is the best thing. You'll get used to your arm carriage. I'm finding I can do this without a problem. I could do this if I'm one of those runners. And you can adjust it in a little bit. So there are options there. So there you have it. This is my first run. I'm going to get the first run done. Nice, easy recovery run. So far, so good. I definitely see the benefit. It is doing what the advertisement says it will do. Scale works. I don't know how accurate it is, but you know what? Accurate or not, it's definitely taking weight off. It's definitely taking impact off, and that's what this is for. So there you have my initial run on the Lever Up Plus Scale weight reduction system from Lever Movement. So, really good run. I've actually got 5 total runs since that first run. I actually did a 12-mile run on the treadmill with the Lever Up system after my race in New Haven a couple of weeks ago. 5K race, all-out race with my Sound Runner Racing teammates. I went ahead, ran 6 miles that morning total, and then I needed to get my volume for the day. So I came home, jumped on the treadmill, put those shorts on with the pulleys, jumped on with the Lever Up system, and knocked out 12 miles. And I'm going to tell you, it was a very easy, smooth 12 miles, taking that weight off, taking that impact off, and I didn't trash my legs, and I was able to get through it with no issues. No way I would have been able to do that without taking some weight off or outside that day. So I was very impressed that day that I was able to use it for that long. It was comfortable enough. Again, I didn't feel like I was sweating or overheating too much with the shorts, so really, really good there. Now, is it the perfect system? No, it's not the perfect system, but it does so far what lever movement says it does. It takes the weight off, it takes the impact off. I'm able to start at a faster speed on the treadmill. I don't have to warm up into it. I can start right away from a higher speed than I normally do. I did have a little bit of a niggle in my left calf and my left Achilles a couple weeks ago. I was able to use it, and I used it for 3 days straight, and that issue subsided. I didn't have any discomfort while I was running because I took the pounding off. Couple of minor things, again, the bungee cord, you can move them in a little bit. I'm not trying to move the scale over at all, but you can move it in on the right side a little bit if you have the scale. You can do that to get a little bit more room. I did find I adapted pretty quickly to my arm carriage, so I wasn't smacking it all the time. So there wasn't a big issue there. Another thing is, how durable that bungee cord is going to be. Do I have to replace it often if I use it a lot? Is it going to retain its, springiness over time? That remains to be seen. Another thing is the documentation that goes along with it. The instructions, I think, need to be a little more detailed, right? It's not as intuitive as I thought it would be to set up the scale and what have you. I eventually did find out how to do it, right? But I had to kind of dig a little bit to get that. What was provided in the box wasn't sufficient, and I kind of had to find it on the website to get the instructions. And lastly, the mounting on the Lever Up Plus system or the Lever Up system, it's a little bit wide there on the base, and you saw on my treadmill, very short arms past the buttons, right? The incremental speed and incline buttons. So I was a little nervous it wasn't going to fit, but there's so many different treadmill models out there, different designs. It's kind of hard for lever movement to have something that totally fits everything. I will say from what I see from the Lever Up Go system, the more portable version, the single unit folding unit, the bases on those seem to be a little bit smaller, a little bit narrower, and probably would fit my treadmill better. But there was no reason for me to spend a couple extra $100 to get that unit when I have a treadmill in my basement, and very rarely would I need to take it anywhere. If I did need to do that, I could disassemble it, put it in the bag, carry it to where I needed to take it. So in my short time with this system, I think it's going to do what they say it's going to do. It's going to take that impact off. It's going to take the weight off. It's going to allow me to run when I have a niggle and not get the pounding and let myself recover. It's also going to let me do additional mileage. I struggle with volume. I struggle at my age, almost 62, with getting the volume that I really want to perform at my best. So this could potentially be the alternative I'm looking for to deep water running, right? So instead of paying $60 a month to go to the Y to do deep water running, I can go downstairs for most of the niggles, most of the types of injuries I get, take the weight off, take the impact off, get my miles in really running, and it may be the perfect alternative. Now finally, looking at pricing. So the Lever Up system without the scale is about $999, at least that's what I see on the website. That's almost $1,000, but considering I'm paying a monthly fee to go to the Y, it may be well worth it. Also, if you've ever heard of the Bungee system that, some sports medicine places have, that some physical therapists have, that's a $35,000 unit to take weight off on a treadmill. Also, I know somebody whose son has special needs. He told me it costs him $75 an hour to use an Bungee at the place where his son goes. So for regular Joes and Janes like us, having this option, if we have a treadmill or we go to a gym to use a treadmill, could be a godsend. So here's to hoping this system's going to hold up over time, and I'm really looking forward to getting additional runs with it. So there you have my initial review of the Lever Up + Scale weight reduction system from Lever Movement. Full disclosure, I reached out to Lever Movement, told them I had a YouTube channel, I was considering purchasing the system anyway, and just checked in with them to see, hey, you know what, I'm going to do a review on my channel. Is there any way I can get a discount? They did provide me with a discount, And they also provided me with an affiliate link and a discount code that I'll put down in the description below for anyone who's interested in purchasing the Lever Up system. Very important, as I told Lever Movement, this is going to be a fully objective and transparent review based on my experience, regardless of any discount they provided me or those affiliate links. I told them I'm going to be brutally honest in my assessment. If it works for me, I'll tell you it works for me. If it doesn't, I'm going to tell you that as well. And I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like. So I plan on giving you updates as I go through the rest of my London Marathon training. If I have any niggles and I want to get through that, or I want to add on extra mileage, I'll continue to use this system and continue to provide updates. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll get notified when more videos are posted. Comments, any and all comments always help my channel. And remember, if you have friends, family members, colleagues that you think might enjoy the Old Man Van Running channel, please let them know. So once again, there's an affiliate link in the description below. The discount code is OMVR. If you're interested, please check them out. If not, that's okay as well. So thanks again for supporting my channel, and remember, lace up those shoes and let's get out on the roads.
Railroad tracks run along the creek, walk 'em up and down in the summer heat. Same old boy changing like the seasons, country kid turning to a town right heathen.